and Now biscuits.
PNG-DF CASA aircraft back on air. World Patient Safety Day commemorated. And Melanesia to conclude celebrations.
A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malcolm Waira. Thank you for joining us. After being inactive for 8 years due to lack of necessary parts and services to keep the aircraft airworthy, one of Papua New Guinea Defence Forces CASA aircraft can now fly again after completing the first phase of maintenance.
The aircraft was grounded for 8 years, but it can now fly again after completion of the first phase of maintenance. With 80% of the maintenance work being done at the Air Transport Wing in Port Moresby, the aircraft is set to make a ferry flight to Indonesia next month, which will see phase 2 of the maintenance completed in order to fully certify the plane. Minister for Defence Dr. Billy Joseph, PNG-DF ATW CEO Lieutenant Colonel Douglas Vava, and members of the Air Transport Wing witnessed the engine start sequence of the aircraft.
Today is a historic moment for PNG-DF, but also Air Transport Wing sovereign capability. For the first time after 8 years, the CASA 235 that has been sitting idle has now seen the 2 engines being started, and that is under the phase 1 of the CASA recovery program. And there is a phase 2, which will happen once the phase 1 is complete.
The PNG-DF P2502 is a medium-range twin-engine transport plane that was jointly developed by CASA of Spain and IPTN of Indonesia as a regional airliner and military transport. Its primary military roles include maritime patrol, surveillance and air transport. The minister said this is part of capacity building of the defense.
To have its own sovereign air capability and building the capability and capacity of not just the ATW, but generally PNG-DF has been the major agenda for the Defense Council, of which I'm chairman. And I would like to remind our nation, but also people within the defense organization, that the Marabarossa government, of which I'm minister of, is very, very committed to building PNG-DF capability, and we are focused on building our own air capability.
The aircraft will be used for PNG-DF's operations once it returns from Indonesia. Pakatambua National EMTV News.
Port Moresby General Hospital for the first time commemorated the World Patient Safety Day.
World Patient Safety Day is an annual global health initiative observed on September 17 to increase public awareness and promote actions to improve patient safety. To mark this important day, Port Moresby General Hospital management and staff, National Department of Health executives, World Health Organization representatives, stakeholders and the general public gathered at the Port Moresby General Hospital Doctors Car Park for formalities.
We'll put up a program to collaborate with the independence celebrations of Port Moresby General Hospital. We are dealing with patient care, we are dealing with patient safety. Therefore, we have moved this part of the 58th Golden Jubilee celebration to coincide with this very important day, which is the Patient Safety Day. That is why we are here this morning. So thank you, WHO, for the support.
This event also coincides with the hospital's 50th Independence Roadshow. The Acting Health Secretary Ken Y delivered the keynote address.
Safety Day. So we thank our minister, and I want to make sure this is calendared in our health governance calendar so that annually we think of our the patient safety and celebrate it as an annual event.
In his address, basing on the importance of prevention, Mr. Y noted that Papua New Guineans need to eat healthy and exercise regularly to improve the lifespan in the country.
When Mana gave me 18 million, the number of patients we process, I was kind of thinking we have to reduce that. That's why we need to give priority to prevention. We're getting a lot more strokes, a lot of heart attacks, a lot of diabetes, a lot of hypertension.
He highlighted patient treatment. Acting Secretary Wise said he has written a letter to the Department of Personal Management requesting for all public servants to be examined by medical professionals, ensuring that preventive measures are taken to limit the risk of lifestyle diseases. After formalities, there was awareness on patient safety and cultural activities to mark the country's 50th year of self-governance. Amanda Ilaitia, National EMTV News.
The new minimum wage rate in Papua New Guinea is 5 kina per hour, which will come into full force by January 1st, 2026.
This is an increase from the previous rate of 3 kina 50 toya. The Minimum Wages Board, convened in 2024, has completed its nationwide inquiry and made its determination on the new national minimum wage rate for Papua New Guinea. This determination, known as the Minimum Wage Board Determination Number 1 of 2025, concludes a thorough and inclusive process designed to address the challenges facing the country's workforce and economy. The board's inquiry found that the 2014 minimum wage remained unchanged for over a decade, and with the rising cost of living, the Ministry of Labour and Industrial Relations had to take action. According to the Minimum Wages Board, the rate will be implemented through a staggered increase, rising to 5 kina 25 toya in January 2027 and then to 5 kina 50 in January 2028. This phased approach is designed to ease the transition for employers while ensuring wage growth for workers. Amanda Ilaitia, National EMTV News.
Electoral Commissioner Simon Sinai has confirmed that the polling for the local level government elections will commence on the 27th of September.
Through a statement, PNG Electoral Commission has given assurance that the long-awaited 2025 LLG elections will be conducted after all the 50th anniversary celebrations. The polling, which was scheduled to take place in July, was deferred due to administrative and logistics issues. Minister for Provincial and Local Level Government Affairs, Soroi Eoe, announced the revised dates. Under the revised election schedule, polling will start on the 27th of September and end on October 10th. Counting will commence on the 11th of October, with writs expected to be returned on or before the 17th of October. According to PNG Electoral Commission, the creation of over 500 new LLG wards and 43 additional LLGs has affected 14 provinces in the country, becoming a challenge for provincial electoral staff to carry out the voter realignment exercise for the new wards and LLGs before polling. Mr. Sinai apologizes to the nation and particularly to the candidates who had to endure the long delay in conducting the 2025 LLG elections. Amanda Ilaitia, National EMTV News.
President of the Asian Development Bank, Masato Kanda, visited the bank's project areas in Port Moresby yesterday to better understand how these projects are meeting the needs of the beneficiaries and the impact it has on Papua New Guinea. Some of the project areas he visited were the Port Moresby Technical College and the Laloke Bridge.
As part of his visit, the President visited Port Moresby Technical College to check on the progress of the school construction and the computer laboratory. The President then proceeded to check Laloke Bridge, which is one of the many bridges built with Asian Development Bank's support. At his visit to Port Moresby Technical College, President Masato Kanda was acknowledged for his support to renovate existing buildings for the school and to put up new buildings for new students to study. One of 10 colleges in PNG that the Asian Development Bank is supporting with a total of $50 million to provide high-quality technical and vocational education and training to enhance the employability of young people. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
A spokesperson for the Chinese embassy in Port Moresby has warned Papua New Guinea that the potential defense pact with Australia should not be exclusive in nature, nor should it restrict or prevent a sovereign country from cooperating with a third party for any reason. The Chinese side released a statement following the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese's recent visit to Papua New Guinea in his quest to secure a mutual defense treaty with Papua New Guinea.
In a press statement last night, a spokesperson from the Chinese embassy said that the Chinese side adheres to the principle of non-interference in other countries' internal affairs and that they respect PNG's right to conclude a bilateral treaty with other countries on a voluntary basis. The statement reads that the deal with Australia should also refrain from targeting any third party or undermining its legitimate rights and interests. China hopes that the PNG side will continue to uphold independence and self-reliance, properly handle issues bearing on its sovereignty and long-term interests, and work with China to maintain the sound development of China-PNG relations and mutually beneficial cooperation. Meanwhile, PNG's cabinet has not yet approved the treaty. The landmark treaty would see Australia and PNG commit to defend each other in the event of a military attack. Prime Minister James Marape earlier in the week also clarified that the deal would not interfere with PNG's relationship with China. Mr. Marape further said Minister for Defense Dr. Billy Joseph will be visiting China soon to give clarity on PNG's deal with Australia.
As far as security, we have our security partners of choice.
The Chinese Foreign Ministry spokesperson Lin Jian, in a separate media statement, said China believes that cooperation between Pacific Island countries and any country should put the independence and development of Pacific Islands first, uphold openness and inclusiveness, and not target any third party. Pakatambua National EMTV News.
You're watching National EMTV News. I'll bring you more local stories after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja ya? Ya.
This different.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you,
Yum.
stir fry for you, and chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Telecom is offering 2 phones at one price. This is the Telecom 121 and Telecom A551, bundled at the price of 199 kina. T121 phone features include 4G compatibility and camera, while the A551 phone features dual SIM and an AF camera. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good. Drop into your nearest Telecom store or kiosk today to grab that pair-perfect phone deal.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
Number one, super teams are all semi.
Number one's for everyone on land
and on the sea.
Number one's for everyone.
No matter what you do, well, I work hard for family. We work hard for you.
The all-new GWM Power has the best-in-class pulling power. Book a test drive today and hop into Broco Motors for a spin.
You're watching National EMTV News. The 50th Anniversary Committee Artistic Director, Leke Ingram, said that the ACON concert has set a precedent for Papua New Guinea on the global stage.
Artistic Director Leke Ingram said the ACON concert was a highly successful one.
The element of trust from the artist, that we trust our audience. And ACON showed that. And when you trust your audience, you get love in return. And ACON really appreciated that, and I think we want that for our own people too. We want, we talk about the last 50 years, now we're walking into the next 50 years. So we want to be able to do these kind of concerts throughout the year. We want to do this every year because, we have such beautiful culture to share. And it's also on the audience to, come and do the right thing so we can keep doing this.
Mr. Ingram said good music sets people in the right mood, adding Papua New Guinea is ready to host concerts going forward. Events committee producer Tanya Bale added that the security team and event organizers did a tremendous job during ACON's concert.
I mean, we all felt it, and he would not have gone in the Zorb and thrown his whole body into the crowd if he didn't feel it was a beautiful crowd.
Bale acknowledged the crowd for their cooperation during the concert, describing them as the best crowd ever. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
As the Independence Week concludes, the Meganesia concert is set to take place this Saturday at Sir John Guy Stadium. The concert will serve as a grand finale of the week-long historic Golden Jubilee celebrations.
Leke Ingram, Meganesia Concert Artistic Director, emphasized the importance of this event.
In your local music. And so now that the world is watching, we're going to present Papua New Guinean music to the world. And not only the music, but also our sing-sing groups, our artists whose artworks are up on the screen. And I think we have some of the most incredible artists and diverse culture here. We all know about it, but now it's time for the world to see it. And so that was the whole idea of this weekend, is really present PNG to the world. So
the event will showcase the best of Papua New Guinea's rich musical festival and diverse cultural sing-sing and performances.
We want to fill this stadium with all the support, the same support we gave for ACON. Let's do the same thing for our own people.
Ingram clarified that all funds raised from the concert will go towards supporting the Papua New Guinea Cancer and Heart Foundations, a cause close to the hearts of many citizens. He asked the public to continue their support for local artists with the same enthusiasm shown during the recent ACON concert. This event will conclude the festive activities for PNG's independence celebrations, and it is the perfect way to wrap up the spirit of unity and celebration. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Prime Minister James Marape has urged students to live responsibly by rejecting alcohol and smoking, which he described as destructive habits that hinder progress.
Speaking to young students during the Golden Jubilee celebrations, Prime Minister Marape reminded them that their future depends on discipline, education, and positive choices. Mr. Marape encouraged students to value their health and invest their energy in their studies and productive activities.
I ask every children of my country, your father James Marape, don't indulge in alcohol. I don't take cigarettes. I don't do boys. I don't do drugs. My first 20 years of my life, I grew up absent of drugs, boy, smoke, and all these things that can destroy my life. I put God first, and I put education second.
He stressed the importance of respecting and protecting women, saying women are the backbone of families and communities.
We will protect the mothers of our land, the daughters of our land. In doing so, we're protecting the continued regeneration of our country in total love and putting our country in the right path going forward.
The Prime Minister said the nation's development rests on responsible citizens and students must lead by example in shaping a better Papua New Guinea. Amanda Ilaitia, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister James Marape also encouraged the students across Papua New Guinea to focus on their studies, reminding them that education is the foundation for a brighter future.
He said the government is committed to ensuring every child has access to learning through its free education policy. Mr. Marape stressed that while the government provides the opportunity, it is up to students to stay disciplined, focused, and determined in their academic journey.
He said if we have fallen short, and many shortcomings we have fallen the last 50 years, we want to do away with those shortcomings and try utmost best to secure your future in your country. Free education will continue on from elementary all the way to tertiary education, finding your spaces overseas, as well as work to create more opportunities for you in your country will run.
He added that investing in education today will build future leaders who will drive the nation forward and urge students to use this support wisely.
I commit to you that your leaders will work hard for you, but I ask you, simple things. Boys respect girls, and all of you, stay away from drugs, stay away from cigarettes, stay away from alcohol. Give yourself to God and to education, and we'll do our best for your prosperity. May God bless each and every one of you.
Amanda Ilaitia, National EMTV News.
The member for Sinesine Yongomul, Karenga Kua, has urged Papua New Guineans to embrace a change in mindset and character as the country moves forward after celebrating 50 years of independence.
Speaking during the Golden Jubilee Independence celebration at Molg Primary School, Kua said the next chapter of the nation's progress will depend largely on the values and attitudes of its leaders and citizens. He stressed that political leaders, public servants, and ordinary citizens must work with the right mindset if the country is to transform and excel in the years ahead. Mr. Kua reflected on the vision of Papua New Guinea's founding fathers, who he said stood firm with wisdom and determination to give birth to the nation. He noted that while much has been achieved over the last 5 decades, the time has come for real transformation. He reminded the gathering that Papua New Guinea is richly blessed with natural resources and cultural heritage, but warned that negative attitudes and poor character remain the biggest obstacles to progress. Mr. Kua added that if Papua New Guinea is to uphold its status as a Christian nation, leaders and citizens alike must live by godly principles and set a clear path for prosperity. He said the next 50 years should be guided by unity, one vision, and a collective commitment to build a brighter future for the next generation. Amanda Ilaitia, National EMTV News.
Now we take a look at the NASFund market report. The kina closed lower at $0.2392 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, your kina was buying $0.2317 US, $0.3474 Australian dollars, 0.1884 euro, 33.94 Japanese yen. Looking at the commodity prices at New York close, gold is trading lower, coffee closed higher, cocoa closed lower, copper closed higher, palm oil closed lower, crude oil is trading lower, copper closed lower. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, the ASX 200 is trading higher, the All Ordinaries is trading higher. National EMTV News returns after the break. Stay with us.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFund. They looked after it for me, looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
Guys, bakit ba pa si Arya?
Auntie, bangka goksim. David Loran. You think you passed it? Sparks, it's in me.
As PNG's only ISO-accredited bulk haulage operator, IPI Transport guarantees the delivery of your critical cargo. Equipped with state-of-the-art GPS tracking systems and backed by an experienced team, you can rely on IPI Transport, part of the IPI group of companies.
For 50 years, the Bank of Papua New Guinea has stood at the heart of our nation's journey, safeguarding stability, growth, and progress. In 1975, Papua New Guinea became an independent nation. That same year, our own national currency was launched, a proud symbol of our identity. Today, as Kina and Toya also turn 50, we mark this milestone with a special commemorative coin and banknote, celebrating our Golden Jubilee. More than currency, they are symbols of our history, our identity, and the pride of our people. Celebrate 50 years of independence. Honor the past. Inspire the future. Own a piece of Papua New Guinea's history. Papua New Guinea at 50. Our past, our identity, our future.
Even if we are non-aligned, we must show commitment and trust to whoever we engage with.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we hold discussions with former PGDF Commander, Commodore Peter Lau. He gives his views on the proposed treaty between Papua New Guinea and Australia.
All of us know that China has invested quite a large amount to our economy. Any move to undermine China would be bad.
That's on Monday night.
You're watching National EMTV News. Police Commissioner David Manning has condemned the actions of communities in Nipa in the Southern Highlands province for disrupting the travelling public on the main highway in protest of the suspension of the Managing Director for Kumul Petroleum Holdings Limited, Wapu Song.
Police Commissioner David Manning said we all come from communities, tribes and families, but a decision that affects one individual must not compel tribesmen and families to take matters into their own hands.
The people of Nipa, or certain sections of the communities up there, have decided to disrupt operations and the travel of just general public along that highway by digging trenches across the road in protest of the suspension of Mr. Wapu Sonk, who was the MD of the now suspended MD of Kumul Petroleum Holdings. Now, let me remind us all, no one is above the law.
Mr. Manning said the suspended managing director is a private citizen who has access to the justice system, but that access to justice system must be done in a responsible manner.
We respect his rights as an individual, but the way his people have carried on is unacceptable, and we will respond. We have responded.
He said mobile squads have been deployed with the assistance of Papua New Guinea Defence Force to contain the situation. He further advised Mr. Song to front up to receive his suspension at the KCHL head office, as it has become police business when the incident in Southern Highlands province escalated.
We do know, I did mention that Mr. Wapu Sonk has been the decision by the new board, led by the chairman, Mr. Garaopi, has decided to, through a board meeting, suspend him. It requires personal service on Mr. Wapu Sonk, and I'm giving him till 4 o'clock this afternoon to front up to either the board, wherever the board is located, or even to headquarters, and to receive his suspension. I will not waste police resources looking for one man. But considering what has happened up at Nipa, my best and strongest advice to Mr. Song, avail yourself to the board or to the police so we can complete the process.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Also, Police Commissioner David Manning has commended the people of Papua New Guinea for celebrating independence in the true spirit.
Commissioner David Manning congratulated the people of Papua New Guinea for their behavior in celebrating independence in a true Papua New Guinean way. Mr. Manning confirmed there were some isolated incidents reported in Engawap and Amanda, and in Kainantu, Goroka, which police officers have responded to. He said it is unfortunate that people have chosen violence over celebrations, stating it is something that the people need to work on. He added RPNGC will continue to make communities safer and more secure, but needs cooperation from the community leaders. He said to this date RPNGC has continued to maintain their constitutional mandate to ensure that the country is kept safe and secure. Manning further appealed to communities around Papua New Guinea to work with the police force to make PNG a better place for everyone in the next 50 years.
People of Nipa, or certain sections of the communities up there, have decided to disrupt operations and the travel of just general public along that highway by digging trenches across the road in protest of the suspension of Mr. Wapu Sonk, who was the MD of the now suspended MD of Kumul Petroleum Holdings. Now, let me remind us all, no one is above the law.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
Moving to overseas news, now as Donald Trump wrapped up his second state visit to the United Kingdom, the U.S. President and his British counterpart, Keir Starmer, glossed over differences on Gaza and Ukraine wars to present a united front.
The final flourish of flattery before the real work of Donald Trump's UK state visit could begin. The US President joined Sir Keir Starmer at the Prime Minister's country estate, Chequers, for a one-on-one before talks turned to trade with business leaders. The pair hailed a new multi-billion-dollar tech deal and an age-old alliance.
The ties between our countries are priceless.
There's so much to celebrate in the special relationship between our two countries.
But the previous day's pomp and pageantry at Windsor Castle didn't sway the US president on key foreign policy issues. The leaders split on whether to recognise a Palestinian state.
I have a disagreement with the Prime Minister on that score. Okay? One of our few disagreements, actually.
On ending the war in Ukraine, Mr. Trump expressed his frustration at Russian President Vladimir Putin.
He's let me down. He's really let me down.
But he didn't flag any consequences. And it took until the very last question to politely ask what both leaders were hoping to avoid.
Finally, if I may, the elephant in the room, Lord Mandelson.
The UK's former ambassador to the US was sacked last week for his connections to the late convicted pedophile Jeffrey Epstein, a man Mr. Trump is also linked to.
I don't know. What is your answer to that?
Well, I mean, it's very straightforward. Some information came to light last week which wasn't available when he was appointed, and I made a decision about it.
This is the third time that these leaders have met, but the first time here at Chequers. This visit is designed to cement the UK's relationship with an at times unreliable ally. The president said all the right things.
We are forever friends and we will always be friends.
But for all the niceties, he left without shifting on Ukraine or Gaza, leaving the future of the region's security up in the air.
Hundreds of thousands of French protesters have staged a day of nationwide demonstrations and strikes. This is in a show of anger over President Emmanuel Macron's austerity policies. The French government says more than 80,000 police and security forces were deployed, backed by tear gas, water cannons and armoured vehicles.
French police rushing to contain potential rioters in Paris this afternoon. But nationwide, this has been a largely peaceful day of protest, led by unions and by the left, angry at President Emmanuel Macron and his government's attempts to cut a soaring budget deficit.
He's making the rich richer, and I think the poor are going poor, and the public services and all the needs of the society are collapsing.
And we would like that rich people pay more, so that more taxes, so that the system could be more equal.
The French are frustrated and divided. The problem, though, is that their parliament is even more deadlocked, with no spirit, no tradition of compromise that might allow them to pass urgently needed reforms.
A brand new Prime Minister, Sébastien Lecornu, is trying, but his gleeful rivals to the right and left could oust him at any moment. The sense of permanent crisis even threatens President Macron himself.
I'd like to believe President Macron understands that the greatest danger for him and for our democratic institutions is yet another change of government, because then the pressure for him to step down will grow. So I hope he'll seek compromise. The only people benefiting from this crisis are the far right.
And they're winning.
They could win.
Towards evening, the violence begins to escalate here. It's become almost routine, a tiny minority attacking the police in a country facing some daunting challenges.
Flood-affected Bali residents say that overdevelopment contributed to the losses in last week's deadly floods. The island's governor has now issued a construction moratorium on what he calls productive lands like Bali's iconic rice paddies.
The search for answers is well and truly underway here in Bali over last week's deadly floods that killed many inundated homes and destroyed businesses and villas. It's prompted Bali's governor to issue a ban on the construction of new commercial activities on agricultural land. Sudden and flash flooding killed at least 18 people on Wednesday last week, and earlier this week heavy rains have brought flooding again to areas right across the island. It's really unusual for Bali, and many have been taken by surprise by this flooding. Many are blaming both over-tourism as well as poor trash management on the island.
In 1989 we had flooding, but the water level was only as high as the front of my house. The flooding now in 2025 is the worst.
Every time it rains now, I feel so traumatised. Like yesterday when it rained, I felt anxious. It's so traumatic for me, so every time I hear the rain falling, I would get so scared.
Environmental groups and independent planners say there's been too much development on the island, particularly in drainage basins, blaming the flooding on poor planning and overdevelopment. Environmental groups say 3 to 6% of agricultural land in Bali's main tourist districts is now lost each and every year. And it's plain to see when you drive around Bali the sheer amount of construction of villas and other businesses on the iconic rice paddies and other agricultural land.
The impact of overdevelopment is environmental degradation. An example is this flooding that we recently experienced. In such a large scale, it directly hit the heart of Denpasar and caused chaos.
Now, in response, the governor has banned new builds on agricultural land. Some in the accommodation and tourism industry are welcoming the move. They say there's already enough accommodation on the tourist hotspot already. This year, Bali will likely have a record year for foreign visitors, predicted to smash last year's figure of 6.3 million people. But many are also blaming trash, with the decision earlier in the year to close the island's main tip. Residents say the abundance of rubbish on the island and in its waterways has made the flooding and the clean-up worse. We're yet to see exactly how this ban will be enforced here in Bali, but it's safe to say that these floods have traumatised so many across the island. They've never seen flooding this bad in their lifetime.
You're watching National EMTV News. Coming up next, we have Chuka Sports. Stay with us for the details.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Telecom is giving its customers nationwide a chance to win 100,000 kina worth of cash prizes. Every week, Telecom will be giving away 500 kina to 10 lucky winners. And our major cash prize of 50,000 kina will be shared to 4 lucky winners from PNG's 4 regions. Plus runner-up consolation prizes for 1,000 participants for data bonus prize. Get your entries to go to the draw to win big. Telecom, great value and PNG owned, sure feels good.
What if every drop of waste oil you poured away could turn into something worse?
50,000 litres of oil is believed to have spilled into the sea.
Waste oil doesn't just disappear. It seeps into our rivers, poisons our land, and suffocates wildlife. Every drop counts, and every drop adds up. With Dunlop, we can recycle used oil to prevent this destruction. Recycling oil not only cleans our environment, but also reduces the need for new resources, saving energy and protecting ecosystems. Let us handle your waste oil and help protect our environment for generations to come.
The all-new, powerful GWM Power.
Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guide. True Guide, true inspiration through generations.
Join me on House and Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hatok Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday, 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Papua New Guinea Football Association has concluded a week-long football coaching clinic in partnership with the Netherlands Consulate in Port Moresby.
A total of 21 participants completed a week-long football introductory courses course under Papua New Guinea Football Association. The course is a community program of the Netherlands Football Association that was facilitated by PNGFA in partnership with Netherlands Embassy in Port Moresby to impact communities through football. Netherlands Ambassador to Papua New Guinea, Advertisements Braken, says this is the start of a journey through football.
That this is only the start of a journey, a movement that will spread all over Papua New Guinea.
She says there is a lot they wish they can do, despite being a small player in the space, and they are maximizing every opportunity they have.
To create maximum impact, and obviously we also try to look at different priorities, different needs in this country.
The facilitator for the course, Andre Simelink of Netherlands, says the feedback is great. He says the participants learned new things
than what they learned till now. So for them, it's a real an eye-opener.
Simelink, along with his co-instructor, Emmanuel Randy Christian of Indonesia, took the participants through both theory and practical classes. A female participant, who is also a footballer, says her experience in the course has broadened her knowledge in the game.
I'm helping me a lot, like how me look close football aside the coaching especially.
Moreover, PNGFA President John Capinato thanked the Netherlands Ambassador for the partnership.
I'm very, very honored to have the ambassador here. I've always wanted to find collaboration, getting together, working together, and sharing the idea.
Charlie Dumavi, Trukai Sports.
A week-long football festival for children around Port Moresby was hosted alongside the coaching courses at Papua New Guinea Football Stadium.
While Papua New Guineans were celebrating the nation's 50th independence jubilee, children from the communities that takes part in the OFC Just Play program were also kicking goals. The children were today graced by the presence of the Netherlands Ambassador to Papua New Guinea, Advertisements Braken, to conclude their week-long festival. She says what is taught through the game of football can help the children in a long run in life.
To create enthusiasm for football, but also to spread the life skills, the knowledge.
PNGFA President John Capinato also thanked the children for taking part in the festival. He says what the children have learned through the week-long festival can change the communities.
You are the next generation. You go beginning for the next 50 years. You can change this country.
He told the children that the change starts at home.
In your football field, in your backyard, that is where it starts.
Charlie Dumavi, Trukai Sports.
We'll be back with more of Trukai Sports after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken to best idea, yeah.
This stiff, right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you. Yum. Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Hilton Port Moresby Hotel. Hilton Port Moresby Hotel and Residence. Your stay, your house, your home.
The GWM Tank 300 has all the amazing creature comforts you want. And it really loves going off-road. Hop into Barocco Motors for a spin. Book a test drive today.
Join us weekly on MTV News A Closer Look, their current affairs program that brings you insight for the latest on education, health,
appealing to all the residents.
Business,
We launched its VPN,
politics,
To infiltrate into our systems.
sports, and more.
As we observe the preparations for the women's.
A Closer Look, Sunday at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching True Guy Sports. Papua New Guinea's Timothy Tuna made his debut at the World Athletics Championships, competing in the men's 200 meters before a packed stadium crowd. Tuna described the experience as both overwhelming and inspiring, noting it was the first time he had ever performed before such a large international audience. Though new to the global stage, Tuna's determination signals a promising path ahead as he continues building his athletics career. That ends True Guy Sports. The Money Plus Weather Report is next. Stay with us.
True Guy Sports. True Guy Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henao, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Dear son, you ask me how I live such a good life. Yes, I've had some good luck, like the day I met your mother. But it wasn't always that way. I've made some good choices too, like working hard and keeping my super with NASFAN. They looked after it for me, which meant I could concentrate on looking after my family, living each day knowing that when the time came, I'd be ready for tomorrow. Love, Dad.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
The GWM Tank 500 has a super luxurious interior with 7 family-friendly seats, and it really loves going off-road. Book a test drive today and hop into Barocco Motors for a spin.
From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
Even if we are non-aligned, we must show commitment and trust to whoever we engage with.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we hold discussions with former PGDF Commander Commodore Peter Lau. He gives his views on the proposed treaty between Papua New Guinea and Australia.
All of us know that China has invested quite a large amount to our economy. Any move to undermine China would be a bad move.
That's on Monday night.
More than the life we've known, there is more to what the future holds. You me holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
The MoneyPlus weather report for the next 24 hours. For the southern region, Port Moresby City, cloudy period with some rain showers and thunderstorms. Daru, cloudy period with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Kerema, cloudy period with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Alota, cloudy period with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Popondetta, cloudy period with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. To the Momasa region, Ley City, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Medang, Wewak and Vanimo, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. To the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Keving, cloudy periods with few rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Kokopon Rabaul, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Kimbe and Boka, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. To the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Goroka, Bans and Kundiawa, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms. Mendi, Tari and Wabek, cloudy periods with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by MoneyPlus, with you always.
Well, that was the news, sports and weather for Friday the 19th of September 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing, be safe, bye for now.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.